Hi, I'm gonna be showing you how to apply your foundation as well as how to highlight and contour. So first of all, I'm going to start off with my Infallible Pro Matte Foundation in the color Soft Sable. And I'm gonna be applying this with a beauty blender. And I'm just gonna apply this everywhere. I am going to start with my highlights. So a good rule of thumb, just a V shape under the eyes. So I'm gonna apply this. So a good rule of thumb with your contour, index finger, if you bend your index finger and then put your middle finger down, I'm not directing this to anyone. So this is where your contour is going to be. And then right here at your jawline, this is where your other contour line is going to be, just to slim your jawline. So on the other side, if you bend your index finger and then extend your middle finger from the top of your ear, so this is literally at the top of my ear and down, this is where my contour is going to be. This is where my contour is going to be. And then it's just going to be a line on the forehead. I'm going to take my NYX Wonderstick. This is in the shade Deep. Like I said, this is where my contour is going to be. So right there. This is where my contour is going to be. So right there. Just like that. Okay, my contour is going to be right there too, along my jawline. I like to do some on my chin because I have a really long face, so I would like to shorten it a little bit. Along my jawline right here. And then on the forehead, just the perimeter. I'm going to start by blending underneath my eyes. You want to blend this out until you don't even see the edges anymore. You want this to be extremely natural. See, you don't see any lines anymore. You don't see any edges. Okay, just like that, and then I'm going to do right above my lip. And you can blend this in whatever order you want. I'm just doing it this way because this is what I feel like doing. See how you can't really see any lines, any marks anymore? Like, you can't see the edges of that? I haven't blended out my contour line, so that's why you can still see that harsh line. And then I'm going to blend in between my eyebrows, and I just turn it upside down since it is a raindrop shape, and just pat it in this way. And I just blend this out and diffuse that highlight when it reaches the center of my forehead. Okay, so now I'm going to go in with my other beauty blender, and I'm just going to blend out my contour lines now. And I'm still using patting motions. You don't want to drag your beauty blender because it will disturb the product too much and it won't look like it's naturally blended, and you don't want that. So okay, now I'm just going to blend underneath my cheek. I'm still using patting motions. If anything, you want to blend this upwards. If you drag it down, then it's going to give you the appearance that your cheeks are sagging, and you don't want that. You want your cheekbones to look like they are very high. And you're just enhancing what you've already got. Still just blending. You don't want to be able to see the edges of where this starts or where it ends. So just keep blending until you see no line. And I would say that's really nicely blended. And then I'm going to go to the other side and I'm going to blend my contour, and I'm blending it slightly upwards. I don't want my cheeks to look like they're sagging, so this mark is going up. And then my jawline, just gonna blend this until you don't see any marks anymore. And the nice thing about beauty blenders, they really do give you a nice airbrush finish, and it doesn't add too much product, which is nice because sometimes we can get too heavy with applying highlight and contour, and it just starts to kind of get ridiculous, honestly. So this is a great product for a beginner, as it blends everything so seamlessly, and it doesn't leave brush marks, which is a beginner's worst nightmare. You don't want, if you're not really good with using brushes, I will tell you use your hands or use a sponge, because you can get a more even blended out look. Most importantly, I want to set my highlight and contour, so I'm going to use my e.l.f. high definition setting powder, and this is in Corrective Yellow. You can use any setting powder. This is what you'll be using to set your under eyes. I'm just going to take my beauty blender that is still damp, and I'm just going to press it in this powder, and then I'm going to just set my under eyes. and it's okay if you don't blend this out. You really want this to absorb any extra product from your concealer or from your foundation, because it will really help set your under eyes and brighten underneath your eyes. And I'm going to get my other eye. You really want to just make sure that you don't have any creasing underneath your eyes before you set your powder. So I'm just going to press this powder in everywhere that I placed my highlights. I'm also going to take this right here underneath where I placed my highlight for my cheekbones. Gonna apply some on my chin where I put that highlight. Okay, so that is just setting my highlights. And now I'm going to go with a brush. You want to try to use a narrow brush. I'm going to use this one from Real Techniques. This is a contouring brush, and I'm going to define my contour a little bit more with powder. I'm using my CoverGirl Natural Hue Bronzer in Ebony. This is a deep shade, and I'm just going to apply this exactly where I put my cream, like my cream contour. So and now to finish this off, I'll be taking my L'Oreal True Match Mineral powder, and this is in my skin tone, Soft Sable, and I'm gonna blend everything together. This is how you apply your foundation as well as your highlight and contour. I'll see you in my next video.